Hey guys, Plated here again with another lore video for you. Today it's going to be discussing the Tengu, what we know about them so far, the possibility of them becoming a playable race, which I'm sure is very likely, and other things that we know about them and can speculate about them. So enjoy the video. If you like Guild Wars lore, then just click the link above and that will take you to my Guild Wars lore playlist. Enjoy. So the Tengu in Guild Wars 2 are the bird-like race of people who have come up from Cantha after being kicked out by the Canthan human king. During this time he was actually also uniting the Kurziks and Luxan guilds under one nation, and so now in Cantha there is no longer the Kurziks or the Luxans, there's only one emperor and one ruler. But during the time that the Canthan emperor was kicking out the Tengu, this was also during the time when Zaitan had awoke and was raising ore from the seabed, and so as the Tengu came up into Tyria, they had to actually fight their way through the armies of the Risen. And once in Tyria, they settled in the old settlement of Guild Wars 1 called Sanctum K, and this became their new home, which they called the Dominion of Winds. This Dominion of Winds is led by a single emperor as well, and under the emperor there are 4 houses: the north, the south, the east and the west house, representing each direction of the wind. Now when the Tengu came to Tyria, they had a bit of a prejudice towards humans and other races, because they had just been kicked out of their real homelands by the Canthan emperor, and so what they felt like they had to do was build a massive wall around their entire city. And so now if you try to go to the Tengu city, it's blocked by this giant wall and no one's allowed to enter. You can still kind of interact with the Tengu. They built settlements outside the main city and they're open to trade, because of course they still need to trade stuff, they need to buy food and they need to trade their goods to keep a good economy going. So they've arrived in Tyria and they're watching the other races and they're trying to decide whether or not they're going to ally with the races or not, or if they're going to keep to themselves, because they've had to become highly independent from other races after being banished from Cantha. Now the Tengu weren't always isolated to Cantha, they used to actually live in Alona, the area of Nightfall, and in Tyria and the Maguma jungle, and actually they are possibly one of the oldest races in Tyria, seeing as they have knowledge of the previous awakening of the dragons, which was 10,000 years ago, which in Guild Wars time would make them one of the oldest races still around, along with the Jotuns and the Mursat. But as of yet we don't know how they have this knowledge and if they are indeed that old. Other than this, we don't really have a big depth of lore into the Tengu, but what we do know is that they were going to be a playable race, but ArenaNet decided to hold off on that. Maybe they wanted to wait for an expansion, or maybe they hadn't quite finished the Dominion of Winds and they'd rather perfect the city area. But as said before, it's rumoured that actually there are Tengu also in the Maguma jungle, so maybe there'll be some interaction between the Savari and the Asura with the Tengu in that area. Apart from that, we know they do speak New Crichton, and they also speak Canthan, and that they're neutral to all other races as of current, but I'm sure we'll be seeing some action from them in a future expansion or maybe a big update that might come along. But until we see those updates, we can't really speculate much on what else is going to happen. Apart from that guys, I hope you enjoyed this small lore video. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you more information about them, but very little is known at the moment. If you like this video, just give it a like, and if you're interested in other lore videos, subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all the latest lore. Thanks for watching, and until next time.
La 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 la